Shalom, children. We are back with the Israelites this week as they continue listening to Moshe's instructions. He is telling them all about the things they will need to know so that they can live in the way that Yahweh wants them to live when they get to the land of Canaan. Moshe won't be able to go into the land with them, so it's important that they listen to everything he has to say. Right now, he is instructing them on lots of right rulings. Do you remember what a right ruling is? You might have also heard it called a commandment before. It is a rule that Yahweh is giving to the people because he knows that it will help them have a good life. It's a rule, and it's the right thing to do, so it's a right ruling. So let's talk about some of the things that Moshe is covering in this part of his speech to the Israelites. Moshe starts off by talking to them about the leaders that Yahweh will give them. Who are some of the leaders that you follow every day? Those are all the people that make important decisions in our day-to-day lives. If those people weren't there to make any decisions or show you the right way to do things, can you imagine how crazy it would be? What if your parents just decided they didn't want to lead your family anymore? Well, the laundry might not get done. The floors might not be swept. You might never know what you would be eating for dinner. Or what if a teacher just decided to stop leading the class? You might think it would be fun not to have lessons, but then you would never be able to learn anything. We also have leadership on a bigger scale to keep everything running smoothly in our city and our country. When you have good leaders, everything has order, and you have someone there to instruct you and answer your questions. This is why leadership is so important. Well, Yahweh knew that just like we need good leaders to help us stay on track, the Israelites would also need leaders. He tells them that all the tribes should have judges and officers who can make decisions for the people. These would be the people that they would go to if they needed guidance, or if they got into a fight about something and needed to know what to do. But Yahweh also knew that there would be times when there might be a big disagreement about something, and it would be too hard to tell who was right. If these leaders could not reach a decision about something, or if the decision was too hard for them to make, they could go to a special place that Yahweh would pick, and there would be priests, Levites, and judges who could help them decide. They would tell the people Yahweh's right rulings. Once they had given the people their decision, the people were expected to do exactly as they had been told. These leaders were responsible for making the final decisions about how to follow the things in the Torah. And this is something that Yahweh takes very seriously. If any of the Israelites tried to make a big scene about it and did not want to listen to the priests that were serving Yahweh, then Yahweh would not let them be part of Israel anymore. That would be so sad. Well, when they all got to the land of Israel, Yahweh knows that they will want a king like the other Gentiles, the other nations around them. He tells them that they can have a king that Yahweh himself will pick. It will have to be someone who is part of their people. Yahweh doesn't just want anyone coming in to lead them. And there are certain rules that this king has to follow. Yahweh says that this person is not allowed to have lots of horses, And he is also not allowed to tell people to go back to Mitzrayim to get more horses. After all, it took them so long to get here. I certainly hope that they wouldn't want to go back to Mitzrayim. The king is not allowed to have lots of wives either, or to try and get lots of gold and silver. Do you think that Yahweh wants to make sure that the king doesn't get too greedy? Maybe he wants the king to be focused on leading the people, instead of spending all his time trying to get rich. Yahweh wants the king to write a copy of the Torah for himself, so that he will always have it to remind him that Yahweh is in charge, and that he is to follow his right rulings. Yahweh will also raise up a special prophet from their brothers to lead them. Moshe reminds the people of the time when they were in Horeb, pleading with him to keep them from experiencing any more of Yahweh's fearsome voice, his great fire and his thunders, because they feared they might die. So Yahweh said, "Okay, you won't have to listen to my voice like this. Instead, I will send you a prophet, and he will speak my words that I tell him to speak. It is important that you listen to him." But what if a prophet comes to them who is not really speaking Yahweh's words? How will the Israelites be able to tell that he is a false prophet? Well, if he speaks in the name of another mighty one instead of Yahweh, then they can know he is not Yahweh's prophet. And if he says that Yahweh wants him to tell the Israelites something, but the thing that he told them doesn't happen, then the Israelites will know that this one isn't really Yahweh's prophet either. After Moshe tells them all of this, he gives them lots of other instructions about the right way for the leaders to judge the people when a crime has been committed, or if somebody has been killed. He also tells them not to be afraid when they have to go into battle, because Yahweh is on their side. But there are some men that Yahweh does not want to go into battle. This would be someone who has built a house but has not had the chance to live in it yet, someone who has planted a vineyard but has not been able to use it yet, someone who has become engaged to a woman but has not married her yet, or someone who is afraid of going to battle. Wow, that sure is a lot of instructions. It's a good thing the Israelites will have these leaders to help them keep it all straight. Well, children, we have come to the end of our story for today. So we will see you next time for another exciting Torah portion. Shalom.